Hello, comic book fans. In front of me today, I have The Amazing Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 1. This is the May 2016 reprinting. So if this is something you've wanted to add to your collection, you can find it in your local comic book store or online on places like Amazon. So I suggest running out and getting it while you can. Now, I haven't read all of these stories before, even though Spider-Man is my favorite character. I've been reading them since I was a little kid. I do have a trade paperback of some of these issues, but I believe it stopped at the Vulture one here, so all this stuff here would be new to me to read, so I'm really excited to get into that. And in this volume you have The Amazing Fantasy number 15, which is the first appearance of Spider-Man. You also have The Amazing Spider-Man 1 to 38, Annual 1 to 2, and Strange Tales Annual 2, and Fantastic Four Annual 1, all collected in chronological order here. Now, inside the dust jacket in this volume, it's nothing too special. Just a plain black cover, plain black on the back of the book. Nothing fancy like the Age of Apocalypse Omnibus. These are these classic Stan Lee and Steve Ditko storylines. And there is the very first appearance of Spider-Man. An Amazing Fantasy number 15. It's a pretty short story. It's only a few pages long. Here's where poor Uncle Ben dies. And there is The Amazing Spider-Man number 1. There is a lot of these little extras scattered throughout this book, which is pretty neat. There's a lot of reading to do in this book. A lot of, I guess you could call special features in this, which is really good. If you ever wanted to get into the history of Spider-Man, this is a great book to pick up. Now, it's still rumored that Michael Keaton is going to be playing the Vulture in the upcoming Spider-Man Homecoming, and I'm not too sure how I feel about that. I want Michael Keaton as a villain in Spider-Man, but why the Vulture? I mean, we just saw Spider-Man fight Falcon in Civil War, and he beat him in like 30 seconds, so I don't know if the Vulture's going to be able to do something more than more than Falcon, but I don't know, it seems interesting. I'd rather see the Scorpion appear in a Spider-Man movie, and Kraven. First appearance of Dr. Octopus. First appearance of Sandman. So many classic villains get introduced in these storylines here. I love Spider-Man's rogue gallery of villains. I think they're the best, right along with Batman's. I love the webbing under the armpits in the original costume. Kind of wish they had that in the movie. It's kind of neat. Here's the first appearance of the Lizard. You can see his first drawings of him. He didn't have the long snout as appeared in later volumes. Kind of much like the look they went for in the Amazing Spider-Man movie. I love this stuff. In the old comic book, Spider-Man would always make goofy stuff out of his webbing, like you saw in the classic cartoon. There's more of the extra little features that are scattered throughout this book. There's the Green Goblin. I don't remember this. I wonder if this is the first time Spider-Man met the Hulk. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, punching him didn't work out too well. Craven. And like all the Marvel Omnibuses, this one is top quality. As you've seen, we'll flip them through this. A lot of Fantastic Four characters make appearances in the first Spider-Man comics. Well, he has a long history with them throughout his comic books. I always loved Spider-Man's banter with the Human Torch. There's the Scorpion. That's who I really want to see in a movie. Get into some of the extras here. As you can see, look at how much reading there is. Lots of information for you to learn about the history of Spider-Man. It's like an alternate cover, or alternate covers. Neat. That's the Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1, everyone. Like I said, this is a reprinting that was released May of 2016, so jump on it now, and remember Volume 2 is getting a reprinting for September 20th. So thanks for watching my video, everyone.